You guys back again with another video. Hopefully this mic is working. I'm just gonna talk about a little bit about the politics and stuff because this YouTube channel, I like to do gym videos, all type of videos, and I also like to learn stuff. The gym helps out with your energy. It gives you way better focus. It helps all of that. I'm gonna upload more videos on that. I did get a new mic, which is right here. I'm gonna leave in the link below. Hopefully everybody enjoyed the day. Make sure to subscribe. The favorite gaming 54 is the Twitch. I got this whole thing set up. It took a long time, but it finally worked. So I'm a sub up to support because took a lot of money and time. This took 6 months of work. I had to order a lot of stuff from Amazon and everything. Everything came through. It worked. Nothing broke. So that's good to hear. So we're gonna get into a little video. I'll make this 7-10 minutes. I'm gonna do quick videos, not a lot. And I just learned how to use OBS. So me recording videos and stuff, I'm just learning right now. So hopefully everything's recording good to go. So I'm gonna just go to this. I'm gonna do just a little quick video.
In this short video, we'll dive into a simple explanation of the conflict between Israel and Iran and cover the most important information for you to know. And if you find this video to be helpful, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. The Israel-Iran confrontation dates back to 1979, when Iran's Islamic Revolution led to a firm anti-Israel policy, labeling Israel the Zionist regime and backing proxy groups like Hezbollah and Hamas to oppose it. Israel, in turn, views Iran's nuclear ambitions and regional influence as existential threats. For decades, their conflict was fought largely through covert operations and cyber warfare and attacks via proxies rather than direct engagement. That changed dramatically beginning June 13, 2025, when Israel initiated Operation Rising Lion, a large-scale campaign targeting hundreds of Iranian military and nuclear sites, including strategic locations in Tehran, Fordow, Natanz, and Isfahan. This offensive was supported by Mossad, Israel's intelligence agency, which led covert drone sabotage inside Iran that disabled missile systems and air defenses. Iran retaliated with a vast missile and drone barrage, 150-plus ballistic missiles and 100-plus drones aimed at Israel. While most were intercepted, some struck, injuring dozens. The conflict escalated further as the United States launched Operation Midnight Hammer, dropping bombs and Tomahawk missiles on Iran's Fordow, Natanz, and Isfahan nuclear facilities on June 21st to 22nd. U.S. forces claimed they significantly reduced Iran's nuclear capacity using 75 or more precision-guided munitions.
So I'll just talk a little bit about this. I'll try to do the best I can memorize. But this is a problem between Iran and Israel started in about 1979. It was a whole revolution. Before then, Iran was basically Western. They had a Western leader backed by the United States. They was giving good prices for the oil, giving them cheap to the United States. But then the United States was making more money off of the Iran's oil, and the people had enough. So they did a revolution, 1979, where there was Muslim Ayatollah, and he basically just took over everything, and he labeled the West as enemy. So that's why the Iran and Israel are enemy now. They don't have no diplomatic relations. They're just straight up full war right now. And Iran, what they're trying to do is just grab friends. The only friends they got around the region, which is Yemen and the Lebanon. They try to help each other fight the West. But hopefully this war doesn't turn major, because this could turn way bigger than it already is. A lot of people already died. A lot of things already happened. There's nuclear powers in this. A lot of people worried that something really bad could happen, but hopefully it doesn't. But right now, there's a whole war straight. Hormuz is closed, the economy is up, everything, gas prices, everything is going down. Iran is the only person economy winning right now. Everywhere around the United States, food costs, clothes, gas, everything is down the drain. But let's get back into it.
On June 23rd, the conflict reached a critical new high point. Israeli strikes intensified, targeting key government structures in Tehran, such as Evin Prison, IRGC, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, headquarters, airports, and military command centers, with over 50 fighter jets participating. Reports suggest around 950 Iranians were killed, including many civilians, while Israel reported 24 deaths and over 1,000 wounded from Iranian missile attacks. In response, Iran launched Operation True Promise 3 and redirected missiles and drones not only at Israel but also at U.S. bases in the Middle East. Tehran's Revolutionary Guard struck Al Adid's air base in Qatar and bases in Iraq. Qatar intercepted the incoming missiles, and Bahrain closed its airspace. The United States confirmed conducting its strikes, but described them as one-time, though President Trump indicated the possibility of targeting Iran's leadership and even hinted at regime change. Concerned that nuclear escalation could spread, Russia and China criticized the action. Russia called it opening Pandora's box, while China warned against setting a dangerous precedent. Global reactions reflect deep alarm. Many countries are evacuating citizens and issuing travel warnings. Qatar, Bahrain, and Kuwait closed their airspace amid heightened tensions, and regional airlines paused flights. European powers, Britain, France, Germany, urgently called for diplomacy, even as they reaffirm Iran must not obtain nuclear weapons. Despite the severity of the attacks, Israel signaled a willingness to wrap up its campaign within days, contingent on Iran's next moves. Senior Israeli officials suggested most objectives had been met, though they warned that they're prepared to resume if further Iranian strikes come. In summary, this marks the first instance of full-scale direct military confrontation between Israel and Iran. What began as deep-rooted ideological and strategic tensions dating back to 1979 has evolved over decades, from proxy battles and covert.
One thing I'd also like to mention is the bases. There's a reason that the bases are getting attacked. All the intel soldiers, a lot of stuff is being used by the bases in Saudi Arabia and all the other places. That's why Iran doesn't have any hatred toward those. They are having bases which intel is being used by the West. So that's why there's bases being attacked all over the Middle East. Right now the Middle East is worse than it already was, and there's already militias and stuff in Syria and all of that, plus all of the governments are broken down. So all Iran was trying to do is just hold on. They just to hold on to their government because they seen what's happening in the region. Everybody's getting overthrown and all of that. So that's why they've been ready for this. That's why you see Israel is getting attacked. There's a lot of stuff happening. Well, this is the end of the video. I'll have more videos talking about this. But hopefully everything gets better. Let me see.